The AUKUS inquiry, $368 billion. The public education system in New South Wales costs about $1.9 billion a year at the moment. You think about how much more we could be doing in schools and in TAFE colleges across this country if that $368 billion was pulled away from the notion of war, because peace is not just the absence of war, it's actually about the spending on peace. So one of these tensions in the discussion so far about where our money goes, when a union campaigns for a rise in salaries that's come straight from taxes, they're taking money into peace building if the work of that industry is around peace building, and teaching, nursing, all the major unions are actually involved in peace building. So supporting unions in salary campaigns is part of peace building. Our union is about to launch an inquiry. It's actually underway. We're gathering evidence for capital infrastructure spend in schools, because the federal government in New South Wales, I'll just speak about that quickly, we have we're in the middle of a $1.9 billion spend of taxes on private schooling in New South Wales, and the budgetary equivalent into public schools is zero. No. Actually zero. So there's no requirement of the federal government to spend on the infrastructure that our young people go into, and they should be world-class facilities in a country as wealthy as this one. So the campaign to rebuild our schools literally should soak up our taxes and take it away from military spending, an act of peace to take our taxes back. Superannuation. Our superannuation is being invested offshore in lots of different places. There is a problem with the laws around the Best Financial Interest Treaty, that every investment of our superannuation, our deferred salary into retirement, that money should be coming back in here, and we should change those laws, I think, and it's a campaign that the Federation and the AU are going to be looking at. How do we bring our money back from superannuation investment in the industrial military complex and into housing for workers here, for example? So when workers make those, develop those campaigns, they're also doing acts of peace. I don't need full 10 minutes. I'll leave it there. I'd just like to, I guess, finish by saying I lean into teaching stories, because that is our work, and peace attached to your industry, and working out how to develop activism amongst your membership is step one. And so I note that the MUA do that as well. What does this mean when we're on the docks and we're talking about things down on the docks? What does AUKUS spending mean to this, our daily work? Is it important conversation that they own, not other people own, they own as workers, and how do they claim their space back to take the money back from our governments and put it into our communities around quality work?